Yo, welcome back to UNCF. I go by your boy TJ.
What's up and coming family? It's your boy Larry. And this week, man, we back with episode 26. You know what it is.
Episode 26, another lit podcast with the fam. Up and coming show podcast, man. First off, before we kick the show off, and cuz gonna formally thank y'all and all the new subscribers. We just hit 1,000 subscribers on YouTube.
Yes, sir.
Big accomplishment for the boys.
Big milestone accomplished. Next milestone we trying to hit is 10,000.
10, 100. Shit, we just thriving, living, maintaining, and growing like we said we was gonna do in the beginning of it.
We going up every day, man. Evaluating every day, making progress each and every day.
Most definitely. So once again, appreciate y'all for rocking with us. If you're a day one subscriber, thank you. You've been out there telling everybody about the podcast. Thank you.
It's been a long, rough, wild ride, but you know, strong survive. We thugged it out. We ain't just give up.
Oh, definitely. And we gonna keep going, man, regardless of barriers and shit. You know what I'm saying? It's been so much shit that done happened in my individual life, cuz individual life, our lives together, even in the life of the brand and the show. So for us to hit 1,000 subscribers, we don't want y'all to think we take it lightly. We definitely appreciate everything on the support. So more consistency, more videos. We adding some vlogs. I got some vlogs that I'm in the process of uploading to the channel now. So continue to stay rocking with us, man. We're gonna start putting out audio on different platforms. We're gonna try to expand it, just not only on YouTube, but you know, Spotify. We're trying to build a website, get content and audio on the website. So
we working even off camera. It's been just so much going on.
Yeah,
but we still working though. It just ain't been uploaded, nothing like that.
For real. It's hard when you know, complete an independent brand. Well, I ain't gonna say it's hard, but it just, you know, it takes you a little longer to do certain things when you completely independent doing your thing and you know, just making it happen like we always do. We gonna make it happen. It might take us a little longer, but we gonna definitely make sure that it get done. So
exactly. Well, we gonna jump into the remix though.
Definitely remix. Let's do it, bro.
He had rap the city bus. He rapped the city bus like in Pompano, and he rapped it as his album cover. So like everywhere you go, like city
that's
bus.
Smart as fuck.
Yeah,
nah, that's genius. That's genius.
Never seen that before.
Yeah, that was smart as hell. Damn. People be like the computer, but only the human mind can think of some shit like that. Yeah. Like, you know how people be like computers and think about, but your creativity, it be on a different level from people, man. Especially people from the hood, like they just, you think like for fashion, how they like create like flips, like who thought about putting like juice in a cup and just putting it in a freezer and like that's some hood shit, cuz like you're not gonna get that. Like people don't. I feel like people that from other places and walks of life don't have time to sit around and be that creative. Like I don't think they sit home that much. You know what I'm saying? Like shit that's been passed down, like putting sugar in spaghetti, just all kind of crazy
different pizzas.
Yeah, like that's just some creative, some hood shit. Like you rap the bus, and that's your marketing tool. But like people in the high ups, I don't think they would have stooped to like a city bus level. They may have put it on like a billboard or some crazy shit, but that's different.
But that's smart though, cause you know the city bus they run what 24/7 all day.
All day.
So you gonna see it every day. You like you gonna get like, damn, who is this? Let me check him out while I'm sitting on the bus.
That was smart as fuck. Yeah, shout out to that boy Jack Boy. You did something. You did that one. But
yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Jack Boy was he was trending, not trending, but like they talking about him cause he on his album. On one of his songs, he was like he'll go to war with the whole Golden Acres.
Shit.
And then his album is called Majorly Independent.
My question is he from Golden? He not from Golden? He not from where they from?
Yeah.
But he's saying okay, yeah. I get what he's saying. Yeah. So it's basically like it's basically like
he's saying
against
like
all everybody.
He said he'll go.
I'm gonna stick on my own.
Don't go. Yeah, he said go to war with a whole Golden Acre war.
How you feel about that? that's essentially like you going against your whole hood. Like this where you from, dude. So like you could possibly, and if shit go, well, I ain't trying to speak manifest nothing negative on him, but I'm just saying if shit go left, can you possibly can fuck yourself. You may not be able to come back home.
That's what he was saying. He was saying he can pull up and go everywhere he wants.
He can.
I don't know, but he was his album hard. He was snapping a little bit there.
I personally haven't sat on and roll with that shit. I need to ride with it this week. I'm gonna ride with it this week, and when we come back next week, I'm gonna see. I didn't know about the school, but that shit hard.
Go to acres. You don't need nobody.
That's a big ass statement too. I feel like that should let you know as an artist where he at. I feel like he's saying he that confident in himself to where I could be independent.
I'm not even gonna lie. Jack Boy has I ain't gonna lie. His life did a 360. Cause from when we first I put on Jack Boy, he was mainly in jail. Like Kodak was screaming free Jack Boy. Jack Boy go in, Kodak get out. Kodak go in, Jack Boy get out. So
yep, that's exactly how it was.
Jack Boy, he just elevated. Like he just took off. Like
yeah.
Ever since then,
he was when Kodak got locked up this last bout before he got pardoned from Trump. I feel like he was very consistent with dropping. I feel like that period of time was the most consistent you ever seen Jack Boy. I feel like you saying him, and that had a big fact to do with he went in and out. You know, Kodak went in and he stayed out for a good amount of time this time. So
because he wasn't even rapping at first, he was just doing like language speaking pattern. He was doing what he used like. Right. But like he wasn't even rapping like that.
Yep. I feel like he one of them artists, like you say, he just gonna keep getting better and better. As long as he stay consistent, he gonna. Me personally, me being a nigga for Florida Club, I would love to see him and Yak patch that shit up.
Cause Jack Boy only rapping. He don't open a restaurant. He's signing artists, doing all types of shit.
I just feel like think about what him as an individual can do with a label of his own, and then you got Yak as an individual, and they could be like that could be like a Cash Money and a Young Money, like you know what I'm saying, like. The conglomerate, like Young Money, like Wayne branched off of Cash Money, built Young Money, and then signed Drake and Nicki, which is two biggest artists damn near ever of our generation.
Definitely top 5. Drake top 5, and Nicki top 5.
You know what I'm saying?
But they not top 2, 3.
Nicki as a female rapper, Nicki might be top, unless you. The only person you can throw on there,
Cardi, Beyonce.
But they just ain't. I don't feel like nobody done did the numbers Nicki done did for as long as Nicki done did. But Cardi on her way though. If Cardi keep moving how she moving, she gonna be right there.
I say top 4 right now. Megan, Cardi, Nicki.
I forgot about Megan.
Beyonce finna drop.
Then people think, hood wise, hood legend, but global hood legend, Trina.
Oh yeah. I gotta get Trina flowers.
You got Trina in there. You got Lil Kim. I just think Lil Kim stopped with the music at a certain point, and she's just like a mogul when it comes to being a woman artist. Like that's Lil Kim, you know what I'm saying? Like it is what it is.
And then who else? Oh, Hot Boy dropped a couple albums before he jumped. Not a couple albums, a couple singles before he went in. He dropped one with Kodak called Live Fast, Die Fast. That bit hard.
I seen a snippet on his IG of him. I think there's one song he dropped. He's singing kind of like he got a suit on. It's kind of like a love song, I think. But
it's called Tell Me About It. I think Tell Me About It.
Right. Only reason why I saw that because I listened to the Big Facts podcast, and he did that interview before we went in, and he was talking about that song, saying that it was gonna be like a different type of song from what he used to doing.
I think I seen that podcast. He was talking about the Rico chart, like he been targeting rappers and shit like that.
Right, with the lyrics.
Yeah.
So that's something I seen. You know what I mean? Shots out to that boy Hot Boy. I hope you know what I mean. That's another thing I want to ask you about before we get through with the remix. How you feel about the feds with lyrics? Because so even Hot Boy was saying that in the interview. Basically, it's like, okay, but actors. So like, say Denzel Washington in Training Day, all the fucked up shit he portrayed to do as that character, Lonzo in Training Day. After he did that movie, the feds then started an investigation on him, followed him around, and hit his house and all that because of a movie he portrayed. So that's kind of the same thing, because acting is his art. That's what he's good at. That's his art. Lyrics and putting the lyrics on a beat is a rapper's art. So how can you use art? How can you use art in the court of law to say that they're doing exactly what they're saying they're doing in music? Because music isn't it's like a sworn statement.
I feel like the music, it's not really the music that the feds police look at. I feel like it's what they say and like what's going on around, like the people they hang around, and like what they talking about in the song, and then like what's really happening, like what they see, what's really going on, like behind the music, like after the music or some shit like that.
Right.
So you can
go ahead, finish it.
So that's probably, I don't really think, I feel like they don't use the lyrics, but they use it to a certain extent. Like they don't use it fully, but they like use it like to piece shit together, like
match shit up.
Yeah.
Like if it's something that happened, and I feel like if they kind of leery about you being involved in it, so it's basically like, okay, something happened and you affiliated with something that they think that you're affiliated with. But they 1 foot in, 1 foot out, like 50-50.
Yeah.
But then a song dropped the next week, and you speaking on that situation, and it match up perfectly. Now they can say, now we got a fact. Now it's like you did.
That's like they was trying to say Melly dropped that song "Murder on His Mind." He told his friends, but that song was put out way before the situation that they think he did.
Right.
So they was trying to say, oh, it was thought about before he did it. But
like premeditated.
Like that shit ain't had nothing to do with what they claim he did.
Right. And I also believe, because okay, not to be racial, or not to say that it's any different for a white or black rapper, but say for instance at Jack Harlow right now. If Jack Harlow was to come out with a song talking about killing and murdering and stuff like that, I don't think he gonna be up under the magnifying glass of the feds or the police like an India Youngboy or a, you know what I'm saying? And that may be because of the image that's portrayed in the media, because I feel like culturally the rappers that come from where we come from, that's really, really talking about what they're talking about, the imagery that they putting out. Like, so even like with Boosie on the Vlad interview, I seen he was saying he don't allow people to like do that like high five, like that the handshake shit. Like he said you'll never see that in his videos. You'll never see like on Instagram him holding up, like he don't allow nobody that's in his circle to do that around him at all.
If you think about it, they were saying like the rap police is real. Like
hell yeah.
It's people sit behind a desk all day and go through rappers. You know what I'm saying? Videos, views, lyrics, likes, comments, all that
shit. They just analyze.
So they literally be watching what you do. That's why they say you gotta be careful what you talk about, because they piece this shit together. Like you can mean something totally different, but they think you mean something else. So that's why they piece shit together that don't even like go with what they're trying to do.
And it's basically like people be like, well, you telling on yourself. Yeah, you are, because me personally, I just feel like, okay, if we know we in the streets doing certain shit, then creatively we gotta find an alternate route around that shit. Like, don't make it so easy. Like, if you know for a fact that you in the streets doing certain shit, I feel like you can't talk about it, bro. And that's hard to do because people rap about their life. People rap about the things that they've seen, that they've done, and they know that that's what people in society want to hear.
That's like Roddy Ricch. They had an interview. They said why you not dropping and something like that. He was like saying, I talk about my life, so like if nothing going on, like I can't really like rap about nothing, talk about nothing, because I rap what's going on in my life.
My point is that exactly, bro. And it's like you get these young artists like Roddy Ricch, like 22, 23, multi-millionaire. But it's hard. I feel like it's hard, cause I feel like it's hard to turn your back on the people that you grew up with if you in the streets. Because as a street nigga, the things that you go through on a day-to-day basis with the niggas that you growed up with and be around every day, be some traumatic shit, cuz. Like, take Young and Ace for instance. Say, okay, you know the situation about him riding and all his homies and his brother got killed, right? That's a traumatic ass experience. But what if all of them live? All of them live, and we still moving, we move forward, but you will never be able to break that bond of them. Like, we all almost died together. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna turn your back on them and just, you know what I'm saying, stop fucking with them. But it's shit like that happen in rappers' lives every day, all day, even before they was famous and rich as a rapper. So these people, they take with them, but they can't control everything that them people around them do. But it's hard for them to just cut ties with these folk because they done got in the public eye. So they can't control everything that these grown men, they do what they want to do and they come and go as they please. But that also hurt them in the long run too, because like, yeah, a RICO charge is just like, it just tie you in there. Like, even if you don't got shit to do with it. Like, people keep saying online, Gunna is just sitting in jail. Like, he basically, it's a conspiracy with him because of you being affiliated with this.
Just because you be with them all the time.
But think about the impact Thug had on Gunna life. Gunna is from where he from. He not gonna turn his back on Thug because Thug is like a mentor, but you believed in me before anybody believed in me. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's hard. You guilty by association, basically. You know what I mean?
They just see it. Oh, you with them, so you did everything
You're
they
in
did.
this. Yeah, you automatically in this. But that's not always true. You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy that you gotta sit in jail and like, if you know you innocent and do nothing, now I gotta sit in jail for months on top of months, lose money and fight for my innocence. And then what if it turned out that I am innocent? I don't wasted months of my life. You know what I'm saying? Sitting in some shit that I feel like the conspiracy charge is just a potential charge. You potentially did this, or you potentially did that. You know what I'm saying?
And I feel like they throw all that on you. Like, it's like they just assuming stuff, but they throw all them big charges on you for somebody to like speak on, like to say like it's like they want you to snitch basically. Like, you know what I'm saying?
You mean like so if you was in that RICO situation, you personally, or the people that they done all got in your RICO charge?
Yeah,
because it's like a bunch of people. Like, it's 28 people that done got indicted on their case.
Exactly, and they throw all them big charges on them, like
on everybody.
Yeah, like to see who gonna break.
So it'd be like a nigga be like, that charge ain't mine.
Yeah,
bro, you know what I'm saying? That's what they banking on. It's like, we gonna get y'all
on all the big charges.
But then after we do that, we gonna get y'all to do our work for us.
Exactly.
Because if we indict all 28 on y'all with all these big charges, we know y'all all didn't do this. 28 people didn't do everything. Like, y'all, it's hard to do a crime with 28 motherfuckers, because like 28 people, that's like a damn mosh pit.
So I feel like they do that. They like to break people, like to see, we gonna throw this on him, even though we don't know that he did it or not. We gonna see if he, you know what I'm saying?
Or you got people, they banking on one or two things. You telling on people and getting all they banking on all us or all the people that's in these RICO cases to divide the charges how they supposed to be. Okay, he said this is his charge, and then we got another person said this is his charge. So okay, now we got them charged how we want them charged, and then they banking on people to also keep it real and take their charges. Like, well, no, that's my, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, they ain't really got to do no work, cuz.
Because if everybody just, well, I don't know about just being quiet, because they said they watching them for 12, since 2012?
Shit, probably before that, 11, 12, yeah.
So
and it's like, you got to think about it. Everywhere they done been, cuz, where Thug done been, where Gunna done been, where all these folk done been, while they rich. SNL, you done been to Paris, Gunna was just like, you can possibly remember the shit you did in 2012. I can't remember shit that I did in 2014.
And then you being famous and a rapper and all that, having an influence, like, it's people around you all the time, pictures like, you don't know who the fuck could either been the police or something like that. Like, you don't know.
You shake so many hands of people that, compose as a fan.
Like you come contact people at the studio, the club. You don't know who you know constantly your number, all that. You know,
Random people just calling DMs, Twitter DMs, Instagram DMs. People sending you merch. People get like it's crazy, bro. It's crazy.
like you don't know who you done ran into, what like did. You know what I'm saying? So
That's
it's
why I
like
said that shit it's tricky. It's tricky.
you be like since 2012. I don't even know what the fuck I did 2 weeks ago.
Then when drugs is involved, if a person is heavily into drugs or alcohol, you damn sure ain't gonna remember.
Cause you know what I'm saying? Shit like that, you running all type of people with dealing with shit like that.
Yeah, cuz. Nah, you said some shit then, cuz. You definitely run into a lot of motherfuckers, especially a famous motherfucker. If people be in your face all day, every day, cuz, in the airport.
That's
like,
what I'm saying.
Like, I don't remember, like, I done met
They have
500 people today.
They have 4-5 phones. You don't know what the fuck, like, you know what I'm saying? You can't keep up with shit like that.
Yeah, homeboy been holding your phone for 2 weeks. You just got this phone back. This person running your IG, like
You don't even have your phone. You only have one phone for family. The rest of the phones, your team
management and all that shit. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Cause like that shit. So it's deep. That shit. Bro. But I ain't want us to take up that with them. We just got sidetracked with that because that's some shit to think about, bro. Like y'all, get in the comments. That's something we need to more engage. We need more engagement with y'all. So get in the comments and let us know if you believe that the lyrics should be used against people in court as a rapper, or do you believe that that's just some bullshit? Because okay, and then there's such a big conversation about ghostwriting. Cause what if somebody else wrote this shit?
That's the majority of the rappers right now.
So what if I didn't write it? Then you got to go charge the writer, like you bring them in and ask them like, did I tell them something to make them want to write like that shit crazy. But yeah, so let us know in the comments, man. Do you think they should be using lyrics against artists, or you think they should just use what they know? You got to catch me in the act of doing some shit. Don't use my lyric. If you ain't catch me in the act of some shit, then I'm innocent. Period.
And Kodak just dropped Haitian Sacrifice. Scarface, my bad, Scarface. And then he talked about his recent arrest. If y'all ain't seen it, he got pulled over in Broad. He got arrested. But he burned out the same day, next day, and went to his show.
Damn, man. I hate to see shit like that. Not saying that it's gonna be no big crazy shit, though, but I just be wanting Jack to be free. I don't like to see none of them boys go to jail, man. Like, nigga get too much money to be in jail, bro. Like,
One thing, that shit going on, bro. They I feel like he's one to take right in. Cause if I had all that on me, what they say I had on me, right, and y'all know, well he probably had the subscription all on him. He probably
prescription.
Yeah, he probably just had the number one what they say he had on him.
what they trying to charge him with? Trafficking?
Yeah.
A trafficking charge?
Yeah, 50,000 on him and his medicine for when he got shot at in the Super Bowl in Vegas. When it was the Super Bowl, yeah, it was the Super Bowl.
But that's a known fact though. That's public record that I got shot.
And
y'all know
you
that.
can go to my doctor and pull that up.
Yeah.
But
So why?
I don't think he had the. But come on, now. They just seen the money in what he had. Like oh Lord, so we got him.
It ain't funny, cuz, but I would like to know, did they take the 50,000? Like, where the 50,000 go? Like, do they cuff the 50,000? Did the 50,000 make it to the precinct, or did it go home with one of them officers that day, or did they give him his 50,000, or could I give it to somebody that was riding with me and let them take it? Like, cause you know, police kind of funny.
Like that. Like
they'll cuff your shit and you won't see that shit no more.
Probably got to wait till the investigation over with, like to the case over with, but you don't know.
50,000, nigga might turn in 30,
shit,
20.
That's what the police see in a whole year.
Yeah, nigga done, man, alright. Yeah, that shit that ain't gonna be talked about though, cuz they ain't gonna know nothing about no 50,000.
Nah, it was 25.
Yeah, man, that shit crazy. Go ahead.
And then CMG, man, free 42 Dub, man. But they had dropped the single "Hold Me Down" with Kobe Ray. They ain't gonna lie, CMG been snapping lately, boy.
They had me and the team.
They just signed a girl to sing that same Fuck Nigga Free, and her friend got signed to QC. Yeah, her friend got signed to QC. That shit crazy.
The dark skinned girl?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I
forgot her name.
I seen them on the Instagram post.
Yeah.
That's lit.
I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
And then FCG he from Broward. He dropped a single called Poster. That boy hard. So I fuck with him.
FCG?
Yeah, FCG.
Check that boy out. Man, Cuz be coming every week with these new artists, man. Y'all need to take heed and listen.
I be listening to mostly everybody. Like I don't.
Cuz be on that music.
I listen to everybody. Like I give everybody a chance.
Yeah, I give everybody a chance.
Cuz
gonna give you a chance. I ain't gonna cap you down. He gonna give y'all a
big
chance.
Music fan. I give everybody a chance, dog.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. That's it for ReeMix this week, man. We gonna have some more bangers next week, man.
Most definitely, shit. ReeMix for the week, episode 26. Appreciate that, cuz. Shit. So let me get into some shit, but I want to pick your brain about. So, you know, I be at work during the week, cuz, and so shit be just so personally, like, you know, I got management where I work at, cuz, and it's like they been there for a little minute, too long in my opinion. When you get to the 10, 15 year mark, or you being at one store, or being a manager at one facility, anything like that, I feel like you get kind of stuck in your ways when you be in a position of power for too long. And then I be feeling like sometimes it should be a time limit on power. Like, say for instance, the people that's like in the government, like in the Capitol and places like that, them people be on, like, I don't know what they call it, like the council or whatever, but they be up there for 30 and 40 years, and it's like them people be so them people don't really be in tune with shit that be going on at the bottom, bro. Like the abortion shit. It's like they only looking at that shit, I feel like, from one point of view, because I don't feel like they know the struggle of what, like, young women going through to be able to make that judgment. Like, what are they basing that? Like, what are they basing they judge? Like, what are they basing their decision making off of? Like
themselves. They just sitting at the round table, just their own thoughts. Like they ain't worrying about the public eye or everybody else. They sitting at the round table just going off like the other people's thoughts.
What's the majority of what's going on at this round table? So basically what I'm saying is, like, it need to be a more modern, like, I feel like the Capitol, I feel like the House of Representatives and all that shit need to have a time limit, and it need to be younger people. Stop making it to where they have to be 35 and 40 fucking years old to be in the House of, like, make that shit like be diverse in the age and the race. Like a 70-year-old white woman, no offense, can't say what a 23-year-old black woman is going through in America.
Or what's best for her.
How can you, like, how? Unless you go and spend so many amounts of years and time with this young lady, you can't tell her that what you think about her life and what she need to do with her child or her body is correct, because you don't know her, you don't know the ins and outs of her story. You 75. That's so many generations away, bro.
So many generations.
So it's like power need a time frame. But I feel like you can, I'm not saying that you should make this exclusively for young people. I'm saying you can continue to be on the council, and I think that every year they should have they should let the people evaluate these people. Like, it should be like players like LeBron and them.
I feel like it should be like requirements to, like, on what you say. Like you gotta be like 3 steps. Like, why you say it, why you, like, what made you think of that, and why you feel like it should, like, I don't know, like,
I get what you're saying. It should be stipulations on you to be able to continue to do your job. Like, if you ain't complete this, and this, or you need to, when you make a decision, then y'all need to come up with like a breakdown of why y'all making that decision.
Yes.
That's what you're saying.
So
it's like, you can make that decision, but then you need to come with, like, why did you make the decision? Has it been hurting this? Like, you need to, like, basically saying, like, break it down. Don't just say you made a decision and it just be black and white, like, and that's just it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it need to be more in depth. Like, it need to be broken down, because society not just gonna go for it. Like, they not accepting that shit, bro. And another thing, like, I be thinking, like, us, like, as a more like youth, I feel like our generation could have, as crazy as it might sound, I feel like we have more compassion for one another than people that are older than us. I feel like we can understand each other a lot more. Like a 23-year-old white woman and a 23-year-old black woman, I feel like can kind of coexist a little better than like our great-grandparents, our grandparents, because they had such it's such a bad taste in their mouth from how they grew up. But we far removed from that, even though we go through the same shit that they were going through, just in a different way. We far removed from, cause I'm gonna keep it real, cause when they was in school, it was it baffled them, like it blew their mind to see like a black girl walk into an all-white school or a white girl walk into an all-black. That shit damn near like a ghost. Like, you really here? Or you really come here? And it's like, cuz how we grow up, even us, okay, in our lifetime, we don't went from it being all black neighborhood to not in the hood, cuz you see right there next door, you got Mexican neighbors. That shit would have never,
white neighbor on the other street.
That shit would have never happened, cuz, back in the day. But it's happened now, and it's not foreign to us. Like, we accepting of it. Like, nobody bullying them or making them move or none of that shit.
Exactly.
So it's like, I feel like they need to diversify that shit. Like, the government need to be younger, and the government need to have more of a
I feel like they need to reach out to the people that I feel like they should make their decisions, and before anybody sign off put it in place, they should not look down, but like reach out to all the different races, ages, and all that, and have them opinions on it, and they vote for it.
Right.
Before they just make a decision on what they think best for us, when they don't even reach out to us and like ask on how we feel about it, or how would you feel if we do this, or how would you feel if we change this, or you know what I'm saying?
Right. You know that show Undercover Boss, when the people be going to they be the boss, like they be like CEOs of companies, but they go to the company, or they like, so it could be like a CEO of a Popeyes, and they go undercover and go like be a worker, like a trainer, and see how the people working their stove, like, and then at the end they like sit down and maybe get that person that's like going through, they hear their problems, like it may be a single mother that's working at the Popeyes, and she may be going to school, and the CEO, she don't even know she's talking to the CEO of her company, but she having to train this person and show him, well, this how you fry chicken, and this what we do. You do this, and every day I clock out at this time. At the end of their like training, they'll like come out of disguise and like, you know, I'm the CEO of Popeyes, and like I've been with you, and I want to thank you for, you know, running the company like this, and we're gonna give you $10,000, or we're gonna give you $20,000 to get through school and shit like that. That's how they should do.
But let me sit down with you and ask you, what could I do better? What do you think?
Yeah, that's the question. Like, what do you think could be better to make the company run? Like, why they don't do that? Come to the hood. Like, come to the hood. Like, get involved. Like, get in touch with somebody. Like, I'm coming to Orlando, Florida, and I'm representative for this such, and I'm a Republican or something, and I want to come spend time in this neighborhood and see how they live, and just come. Like,
I just feel like
get off the house.
They think we don't matter. they think our voice opinion don't matter. Like
they do though. They do when y'all need votes. When it's voting in this election time, it matters.
But when it comes to everything else, it's like
once you get elected, you forget about that shit. It's like I'm elected now. I'm in here.
I'm not even gonna lie. That's. I feel like that's how. Well, that's how they saying Biden and Camilla was. Like they was.
I ain't seen her
for the people and all that. When they was like, it's like they use it to the point where they don't need you anymore.
And then it's like, well, holla at y'all.
It's like
next election time. Once you need a second time, then you come out. I haven't seen Camilla Harris, have you? I haven't seen her in.
The only time I heard about it was when they caught COVID.
Yeah, but I haven't like physically. Like I was seeing her every day before, but I'm not seeing her at all. And that shit that bothers me. Like, where are you?
They was, bro. That shit blow me, bro. Cause they was common sense saying all these. They gonna do this.
She was a pivotal point, cause in his election, like you was side by side. A lot of people voted for him because of her, which is fucked up. But where is she?
It's like they put on this image to make everything sound good. Like
Joe Biden was in the public eye more when he was the vice president for Barack Obama more than this lady. This lady, I haven't seen this lady at all. Maybe I ain't looking for her, but I ain't seen her. They made it hard to not see her when they was, you know what I'm saying?
That's what everybody's saying. They was like, what, like, he was promising, cause I ain't gonna lie, he had all the college people, the former college people, he had a vote
forgiveness.
Cause like he had a vote, but when you get in office, what he said he gonna not do it no more. Do a certain amount of people.
They gonna say shit take time.
That's what everybody say.
They gonna, but that, I'm telling you, but that's what they gonna blame it on. They gonna say it's in motion, but we can't guarantee you when it's gonna be.
That's exactly what they were saying about Obama. They was like, what the black people saying what Obama did for us. Like he ain't doing for us.
But like, he ain't just a black president. He's a black president, but he ain't just black people president. But I get where they coming from because they felt like he was supposed to get in office and make. I feel like we kind of felt, because even me, back then, I felt like he was gonna become president and like
just do everything for us.
Like I feel like black people was just gonna be on some like other shit, like we was gonna be like walking around like with fucking like just like a secret society, like, oh, Barack Obama done gave us this right, we could do this, we could fucking walk in the bank and go in the safe and pull out money from the accounts that ain't ours, and like, but that's unrealistic though, cuz, you feel what I'm saying? Like,
cause he got office, it's like every time they get in office, they gotta fix what the previous president did.
Yeah.
On top of what's going on now.
Yeah.
Cause Obama the one who
he killed all the fucking terrorists.
Sent for Osama, right?
Yeah, he got them the fuck on.
Yeah.
But it's like, shit, man. I don't know. That was just something that was on my mind, cause a lot of times when I be like, damn, man, y'all so goddamn jaded and stuck in y'all ways. The energy y'all be giving off is like y'all so tired of this place. Y'all done been here so long. We need like a fresh group of people. Like y'all need to either retire or like go to a different job. Like you need to be more young people in here. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that shit should be, I feel like, across the board in sports. Like CEOs and people that own teams should be younger. Like Jerry Jones been owning the fucking Dallas Cowboys for I don't know how long. Like, yeah, it's time to give people chances, different shit. Like, let's see some new faces. You know what I'm saying? Like, call me crazy, but that's just some shit I was thinking for. Like, power need to have a fucking expiration date sometimes, or it need to be having it need to have an evolved level. Like, once you've been at this power at this certain situation, a level so long,
you should like
go to the next.
Down, let somebody else try to run it, or you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like refresh that shit, reset that shit. You know what I mean? And
crazy.
Another question I want to ask you, for: do you feel in your personal life, even people growing up that you close with, do you feel like the projection parents put on their kids of their experiences and like trauma in their life hinder you or help you?
I would say, well, for me, I would say both. Cause some something they say and something they say that happened and they went through back in the day time. It don't be the same right now.
Right.
Like it be whole like different. So like
I get what you're saying.
like they say stuff, don't do this, don't do that.
That's why, yeah.
Because from what they experienced growing up and what their outcome did, but sometimes, well, I ain't gonna say, well, our generation, well, now we I don't know, we just like some risk takers, like we just do this shit and just see what outcome, like
we'll worry about that shit afterwards.
Yeah, like we gonna do it first, then it's like a blessing and a curse, like. Cause if like we do some shit come out good, we stick with it. If it don't, we adjust it. Like figure out what the next plan is. Like we don't like let the not honestly old folks, but like the people like our parents, grandparents, uncles. Not like
you don't let they fear us. I me personally, cause I feel like sometimes I be feeling like other people's experiences kind of fuck me up a little bit to a certain extent. As at a certain age, now that I'm grown, I understand that, so I know how to deal with that emotion. I feel like, take it for instance. So, I grew up around a bunch of men that raised me didn't do the same shit that I do every day to make money, and the professions and shit they chose to do gave them trauma and certain fears about certain things that I just feel like I shouldn't have to feel because I don't do the same shit you do. But it still resonates with me because that's some shit that I was raised by. So it's like I ain't too friendly of a person. I ain't real receptive to trying crazy new shit all the time, and I feel like if I was more so like that person, I could be way further in life. But I can't ignore my upbringing, like I can't ignore my foundation. That's who I am as a person. But I just look at it from a standpoint of like when I'm a parent, even if I feel a certain way about certain shit that I see my kids doing, I think I'm gonna be more willing to keep it to myself at a certain, like I'm not gonna allow my kids to just always fall on their face, but I'm gonna bite my tongue a lot more than my parents.
Just let them do it, like just to see.
Yeah, because my fear of what I feel about certain situations and things that they do, I don't want them. That's just like my mom is scared of dogs. All my little brother life, he was scared of dogs until he realized or got chased by a dog and then get bit by a dog to realize he ain't really scared of dogs. But the only reason why you fear dogs is because the parent is afraid of that. So he really don't know anything about a dog. He's scared of a dog because his mama's scared of a dog.
But she put in his head like
but involuntary, like she didn't mean to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
She was just saying he just. So I'm afraid of dogs. So
what's wrong with dogs? Yeah. Why we gotta be? You know what I'm saying? That's kind of like what I'm trying to explain. Like, why can't I move to another country and try this out and see what this take me? Because you heard over there that they do this and that and this and that, but do they? Me and you we took a chance and went from Florida to California and drove and walked a rolling 60s neighborhood on feet without a stick. And there's some people from where we're from that is call us fucking nuts, or think that everybody over there is just animals and shit. But you would never know unless you go over there. You know what I'm saying? It's certain shit I feel like it can kind of, like you say, because it's a blessing and a curse. But I feel like it could be, if I keep more, if I don't project more shit on my, I feel like they'll be like fearless with certain shit. Like, develop your own fears. Don't say that because daddy, like, don't say like daddy fears made you stop doing, you know what I'm saying?
If you never been on a plane, go on a plane, don't let nobody say, oh, I'm scared of heights. Like do.
I'm afraid of heights and I fly.
Oh, you know what I'm saying? Like, just do shit that you want to do. Like, don't let nobody, like,
Into you.
Like, if you want to go off to school in a different state or far from when nobody in that seat know you, when you ain't got no family, just go. Like, don't nobody say, oh girl, I don't like, oh nah, dog, I ain't gonna go there because I don't know about it. I ain't gonna go that far.
Mm-hmm.
But what if you go that far and you be great?
Right. And you like, being uncomfortable, I feel like unlock another beast inside you. Like, once you get over your fear, like if you attack your fear and get over that fear, now it don't be a fear no more. Now it give you like a confidence to like attack other fears. Like, shit, fuck it, I'm gonna do this now. I'm gonna jump out of the plane. I'm gonna do this. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it helped you. But that's just something I've been thinking too. That was on my mind too. Cause
that's crazy. Cause like, I had one of my first plane ride last year, and then a month later, I went on another plane ride. Like,
you gotta think, cause it's people that'll never fly on a plane because they're afraid, but they don't realize. Like, people like in my head, cause before I got on my first plane, I thought it was like the movies.
Yeah.
Like a plane gonna be like you know what I'm saying. But when you get on a plane, you realize like this shit ain't like what I thought it was gonna be. And I feel like that's how a lot of shit in life is.
Because a lot of shit done changed. They done got better at it, technology-wise. Like, I personally had the experience. Like, I ain't gonna say the ride was great, but that shit was not how I expected. Like,
it was never what I thought it was. No.
Like, taking off part, I can feel my stomach go in my butt. Like, the turbulence,
to the chill.
The landing. Like, but overall, it was an 8 out of 10. But I ain't gonna lie though, I wish I would have then started taking flights and shit earlier.
Like, hell yeah.
But I got a chance to experience that. Oh yeah, swimming too. I personally, I can't swim, but I can swim. If that makes sense, y'all. Yeah, like I can swim to the point where I ain't gonna drown, but I can't swim to the point where I like
not in the ocean.
I'm like in the ocean or something. Like some 12 feet deep water or some shit. But I can swim though to the point where I can't drown, but I can't like swim like to like if Cole would drive. I can't save him. Like, cause I can barely put my damn self.
That's crazy, because you might not think you can save somebody, but until you done been put in a position to have to save somebody, you don't really know what the fuck you can do. That's like people be like, I'm slow, but if a dog get behind your ass, you don't realize you faster than what you think you are. That's what I'm saying. Like, that fear can push you sometimes, cause to do some shit you think you was capable of doing.
Kind of you seen like the videos on TikTok, YouTube, like they having babies and they just throw them in the water. The baby just learn how to swim. Like,
they already know the baby be swimming in the mama's stomach, know that? Kinda. It ain't a pool, but it's like it's water in there. You know what I'm saying?
They just throw the baby out. The baby be swimming and shit.
Baby learn how to swim. But that's a great example, cuz. So the baby already know how to swim. Unconsciously, like subconsciously he know how to swim already.
So basically, you don't know how to do it until you know how to do it, but damn.
It's like, okay, say for instance, your parents scared of swimming, don't know how to swim. But as a baby, you already know how to swim.
Yeah.
But you done became a toddler and you hear them always like, don't go by that pool, don't go by that water. In your mind now you done develop a fear of swimming and now you can't swim, but you know how to swim already. That's a perfect example of what I'm saying. You already know how to swim. That's
like people in your head saying, don't do it. But in back of your head, like, bro, I can do this, bro. Like, no, bro, don't do it, bro. You be like, bro, what the fuck, bro? I know how to do this. But like, they be like, nah, if I were you, I would do it. But in the back of your mind, and then you got some people who be like, fuck it, man. I don't give a fuck what you're talking about and do it. You got some people who be like, nah, I ain't gonna do it. I'm listening to you, bro. Just sit back.
Yeah. And then y'all both just ain't trying shit. Now y'all both just two people that ain't want to try
risk, or you gonna be thinking about that shit forever. Yeah. Like, damn,
I could have did that.
I should have did that shit.
Yeah. That shit is crazy. And it's like, That's why I say me as a parent, I feel like we as a generation should be more quiet about our fears to our kids, because
like don't talk that fear. If your son wanna be an astronaut when he growing up, let him think about like don't say, well, what the fuck, astronaut?
Boy, they gonna send your ass up there. You gonna grow another leg or some shit. Like don't do that.
But sometimes parents be playing, but sometimes the kid can take it like
they take that shit literally.
Yeah.
I feel like the potential of him going and being a great fucking astronaut, and doing some shit. Like, what if the first man that walked on the moon, mama told him not to be an astronaut? That's crazy. You killing potential to be, your son is the first man to ever walk on the moon.
I guarantee you, but everybody in the NFL, NBA, MLB, WNBA, baseball, hockey, whatever, tennis, volleyball, golf, all the sports, I bet you every last one of them have a story with like,
they say
they ain't believing me, bro. Like, folks say I wouldn't make it this far. Like,
I feel like if a person ain't looked at you crazy sideways about your dream ain't big enough. Your dream's supposed to scare other fucking people. That's why it's your dream.
You notice, cause all the rappers, what they say?
Niggas ain't believe in me. Man, I had this shit took long. Niggas ain't believe.
First day in the studio, they were looking like I was crazy. Like,
I ain't even know how to rap. People would. It take that shit, cuz. Even us, cuz. Even on a small scale, like shit, we just hit 1,000 subscribers, but people probably, I'm sure it's people that we told we had a podcast and doing a podcast and got a channel, was like, they didn't see the end goal of that shit, but we got 1,000 subscribers. Like, we don't know what we want, like, we don't know how far we finna go, but we got it. You know what I'm saying? Like
let's say we all right. Let's say like this, but before we start this, we was brainstorming, talk about it in the front yard or in the car, and we just call people to ask what they think about us doing a podcast. And they're like, a podcast, man. And they be like, one person say, I don't see y'all doing that. Another person say, no, I don't think a podcast for y'all. Take third person say, what the fuck a podcast? Y'all need to do something else.
Yeah.
Like, what if we would have
not did it?
Listened to them and not did it? We wouldn't have got this far.
And that's what I'm saying. That's crazy shit, bro.
Cause we
it's at the point now because we probably shouldn't even say nothing. Like, just do what you. If you think about doing something, just do it. Don't tell nobody. Just let them see it at the end, and let them have their opinion about what you're doing at the end. Don't even come out your mouth and voice it and try to get validation to do it. Just do it. If I could bless anybody with a gym, that's what I would say.
So we started off doing what reaction videos. Now we're doing podcasts. Now we're doing
vlogs and shit. We could continue to do everything we did. Just put it all in the pot. But it's like we just trying shit. Like, we doing shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like you're the weaker individual for not doing shit. Like, if you got a dream or you come up with something in your head with somebody and y'all want to do it. You know what I mean? Cause like, that's all I can say. Like, shit, just do that shit. And then like you get into like generational arguments with people, cause like I hate that shit too. Like, but I ain't gonna say I hate it, but it's just like it's a never ending argument because it's a generational argument. Like the Michael Jordan LeBron argument, or the Floyd versus this boxer argument, or the I don't wear my jeans like you wear your jeans, or Tupac is a better rapper than Kendrick Lamar. Like the generational arguments, like that shit is never gonna end, because I feel like people that sat in front of the TV, maybe we already talked about this before, but people that sat in front of the TV and watched Michael Jordan do what he was doing at the time he was doing it, probably never thought a LeBron James would come about, or a Kobe Bryant would come about,
Kevin Durant come about.
Like, they never seen that happening, so it kind of knocked them like lyrically. People that listen to Jay-Z, I'm sure Jay-Z didn't think J. Cole, J. Cole done said he done offered Jay-Z his demo and Jay-Z didn't even take it. But now J. Cole the biggest rapper of all time, damn near, cuz, and he signed to Jay-Z, like, They don't be the I feel like it's a record is made to be broken. There's no record that should just stand the test of, like, records. People evolve, people get greater at things, better and better and better and better. There's nothing that should stay always, which goes back to the thing I was saying about the power. Like, things are meant to, the bar is always set to be put higher, in my opinion. There's never nothing, I don't feel like the creator made it like that. Because people get better and better over time.
Don't think your spot at the top safe, because somebody always coming up. Like, somebody always, you know what I'm saying?
And because if that's the ceiling, somebody that's under you is going to be working way harder than you because they trying to set a new ceiling. It's like Michael Jordan ain't really had no ceiling besides, what, Kareem and all the people that were before him, but he set a ceiling. But the way he was training, they gonna train harder than you because they trying to get your ceiling. Like, it's just inevitable for them to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just what it is. And that go for anything, rapper wise, Grammy nominated. Like, that's just how it go. You know what I mean? Like, so that generational argument shit, it'd be like I be looking at people like, y'all wasting y'all breath.
You can argue all day about that shit. Like,
it's an opinionated argument, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just what it is, cuz, like, that's just what it is.
That shit, like, everybody gonna have their own opinion. Everybody gonna, you know what I'm saying? It's like a, I don't know. It's like, it's
what you like.
Yeah.
If you like Michael Jordan, you like Michael Jordan. If you like LeBron, if you like Kobe, you like Kobe. If you like KD, you like KD. Shit, there's people now that like Luka. Like, if you like what you like. You know what I'm saying? You can't persuade somebody to like what you like. If everybody in the world was like you go crazy. You don't want everybody to be just like you. You feel me? Yeah, man. How you feel about the Brittney Griner or Granger girl?
I just feel like it's an honest mistake. I feel like they trying to, like, make an example out of her, but, like, at the end of the day, like, it's they rules, like, over there, like. But I feel like it's fucked up though, like.
Yeah. I feel like, damn, like, at this point, shit, like,
7,
she ain't killed nobody.
Years for a date, bro.
She ain't like she went over there and, like, she no Russian spy. Like, ain't like she an American spy or something. Like, y'all know why she was over there.
And that's wrong.
Like, what? I just feel like they holding her to try to get something from America. Like, we gonna use you as an opportunity. Like,
I feel like they're not talking about that enough. Like, what's going on with her enough. Like,
yeah. And everybody, the argument is, well, if it was LeBron James, he'll be home by now. That's fucking true, cuz. But it also cannot be true, because if it's LeBron, I feel like they gonna hold him tighter. Like, oh, we know y'all love this nigga. No. They finna lock him up like, if that was LeBron, cuz, they'll have him like, Pablo, like, oh no, y'all gonna have to come up with way, y'all gonna, boy, the trade for him gonna have to be dynamic, boy. What? Man, alright. Think that shit a game you want to, cuz. If LeBron James went over there and was in her shoes, man, they'll have LeBron head out some fucking world, cuz. If, put it like this, cuz, if LeBron James is in Russia right now, it'll start a fucking war with America and Russia.
Just because it's who he is.
It'll start a fucking war. That's them to like them. That's like Michael Jackson when he was at the peak of his career getting locked up in Russia, and y'all saying y'all not friends. Man, people will be flying over there, cuz. People be fainting. People used to go to concerts and faint about this, man. You think they not? It'll be people in Russia trying to kill Russians about that man.
I don't think the police would be safe over there.
Man, they'll be killing people. They'll be making y'all make Russian people that grew up in Russia all their life will be killing people for Michael Jackson. Knocking niggas' head off about this man. That shit, man, alright. I just feel like you say, cuz it's not a big enough. I don't feel like they stressing about her situation enough. It's like when y'all send her back. But it's like it need to be. I feel like it need to be more like pressure. Like they ain't applying enough pressure.
They just saying free her is not helping. I feel like
go over there
with her platform and what she do, like, and like she should get way more support than she do.
Yeah, take y'all ass over there, man. Knock on the door or some shit. Like, go over there. President Biden, fly over there. See what them folks talking about. Like, man, I don't know. That's just me talking. Free the lady, man. I hope she get back.
Her situation, that shit.
Turn up, man.
That shit is sad, bro. Like,
yeah, that's completely sad. And she been over there for a good little minute, man. Cuz she been over there a while. You don't know what kind of living conditions she going through either. They could be starving her and all. You never know what they doing, torturing her, all kind of shit. Like, you just never know. You seen Miami got a new podcast and she had Kevin Gates and Giddy on there.
the freaky ass nigga.
That nigga Kevin Gates freaky in the big. God damn, Kevin Gates freaky.
Hey,
I was like,
watch Kevin B.
Damn, Gates. What the fuck?
That nigga talking about
his own though, my boy.
That nigga talking about some if his lady cheat on him with another nigga, he gonna want to see the video. Like this, like what?
Hey, boy, hell no.
I'm like, nigga, what? You should have seen Carissa when she said Carissa like,
no.
Okay.
I'm not gonna see you. She like, are you really like this, or do you just be saying that? Niggas be like, man, Gates ain't really like that. I don't know what that man is, but whatever he do in his bedroom, that's on him. I just think it's amazing how Kevin Gates just ain't got no, he don't give a fuck. He just said, girl, like, man, look, this what I want to do. She on there like, ooh, ooh, ooh. People like, yo, boy, she feeling Gates, man. She ain't finna be not fucking with Diddy for Kevin Gates. Like, come on, bro. I keep it a bean. This Diddy we talking about. Not saying money, everything good, but feel me? Like,
but they say they single, but they dating. Like,
she felt some type of way when Diddy said that shit.
That makes sense.
She say, how you feel about? She felt that struck a nerve, cause you know after they cut the camera off, she was like, so you just gonna say you single? You know what I'm saying? Like, you single, nigga, but you ain't got to be. You know what I'm saying? You could have said we was more. You could have said we
single, but like,
but you mind or some shit.
We kick it. Like,
yeah, you could have kept it. Yo, she ain't like that shit. But it is what it is. Shit, that did it, man.
They grown and they came to agreement or whatever they got going on. And then they ain't got nothing to do with me, but they like it. I love it.
I'm gonna end it like this, cause I'm gonna end it on this topic. I'm gonna say this. I personally feel like if you're not married, once you obtain a certain amount of money, it's gonna be hard for you to get married. Like when you're a billionaire, getting married, I feel like getting married, unless you've been knowing this woman for so many years and you just decide it's the woman, or you've been knew that was the woman for you, and you've been chasing a check so long, now you ready to do that.
He could have had multiple wives. One died.
He ain't never been married.
Oh, the girlfriend died. She just died.
She died. That was his baby mama, mother of his children. And it's like, I just feel like it's hard for you to know who really, like, if you become a billionaire and you not married, I feel like it's hard. Like Drake, like, essentially Drake at a certain position. Now, I ain't saying Drake a billionaire. I don't think he's a billionaire, but it's like, at the status you at in life, it's hard to be with just one woman, girl. It's so much shit and you never really know if that woman for you no more. It's like, I'm Drake. Regardless, I'll never go back to who I was before this. So it's like, you never know.
Like, it's really for me.
Even a celebrity, even a woman that's a celebrity, you up in the status of her, you up in the ante on both ends. So it's like, you never really can know. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's another thing. That shit, you just never know, man. I don't know. That's something we can think about. I think next week, we come in here. I think we don't speak enough on relationships, women, the dynamic between a man and a woman. We need to come up next week. We need to spend an episode next week talking about that. But I feel like that's some untapped shit we don't talk about enough on the platform. So, episode 27, y'all heard we gonna talk more on the woman and man level.
I'm pretty sure like it's stuff that y'all want to hear from a man perspective, but like some like women want to hear like how we feel about some situations that they don't hear every day.
And I think I'm gonna go on socials and ask and put it on my story next week every day to see if we come up with questions that they want to hear. You know, we can answer on the platform. So yeah, up and coming show, episode 26. Boy TJ,
Reed, man.
And like we say every week, we'll be back next week. Follow us on social media, Instagram, YouTube, Up and Coming Show Podcast.
Yes, sir.
And we gone, man.
It's alright. I'll be blessed now.